great to have Jake Self on the show this morning. He, of course, is with Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. And if I heard you right, it's the cooling and electrical you want to focus on today, is that right?
Yeah, or what we call our ancillary products, where maybe you don't need us for any of the big three. It's more indoor air quality.
Which I guess is important to be discussing this time of year because we're going to be spending a lot of time indoors in the months to come.
And actually, for East Tennessee, we actually have a heightened allergy factor in the fall versus the spring because we have so many more grasses that sprout. My kids are terrible in the fall, and we actually have to up our allergy medicine because of it.
So, you know, since so many people now are living in, I guess, what would be considered newer homes, is it true that those newer home constructions come with like a tighter built home, but then that traps the allergies, the allergens inside?
That's what we hope. I mean, the science of building has gotten a lot better, and it's supposed to be a tighter envelope, but there's still what we call issues with maybe craftsmanship or stuff got missed with sealing the ductwork. Okay, so we're going to tell a personal story because that seems to always be what happens on 3+U. But I had a situation at my house the other week that kind of had been building for a long time. I had been noticing something that I couldn't really explain, dust in my daughter's room that was just odd and had been very prolonged. And I kind of thought what probably a lot of people would think of, oh, it must be my air ducts, I'll just get them cleaned. But something in my mind didn't feel quite right about that, and I didn't want to waste my money, so I texted Jake. And Jake wrote me back a novel of things that it could be, right? Yeah.
So I had y'all come out really expecting to have them say it was the ductwork, but it wasn't that at all. I'll let you take the ball and run with it.
Well, it wasn't necessarily that the ductwork needed clean. That's a symptom that we can get fixed with duct cleaning. But what happens after that, it gets cleaned if we don't figure out the actual issue. And for you, it was the ductwork around the furnace itself and the boots and all the little flex runs. Nothing was sealed properly. So we went up there with what we call mastic, duct butter, sealant, sealed it all up to get it tighter for the system, as well as taking your supply registers off the ceiling and caulking around the outside of it so no more can things get into your house from the attic area.
Because what we're thinking is that the dust was actually insulation. That's what we're thinking. So now it's been a good 2 weeks or so since that's happened, no dust, and my air conditioner is like it's brand new. My house, we're always complaining about it being cold because the thermostat is set to our typical settings, but it's working so efficiently, it's cold.
The air leakage is no longer going into your attic, it's getting into the inside of your house.
Okay, so then this was what happened in my kitchen after the guys left, and they were great, by the way, 2 different people who came, one to diagnose, one to fix. What we talked about was how surprising this was because in case they're watching, the people who we bought the house from, who built it, were meticulous. I mean, they built a great quality house, and yet things can slip by.
Yep, so have us come out there. Again, it goes back to our club memberships. We inspect ductwork. So if we're in there looking at things, please ask us, what does my ductwork look like? Is it sealed correctly? And if my guy accidentally missed that he did not really truly check over it, he'll go back out there and say, you know, there is some spots where you could benefit from sealing like this.
Okay, so we focus on the ductwork. You know I know nothing about anything that you do. So is there any other part of your indoor air quality that
So now we got
check?
it sealed, and maybe we got your ductwork cleaned. Now what do we do to ensure that it doesn't go back to the way it was? What about what we call indoor air quality, electronic air filter? Maybe we're sensitive to smells and cleaners, so we could do a UV light to kill all those smells and bacteria that may be in the air.
There are people, I have a sister-in-law who's highly sensitive to smells and scents. So that would be something that would help her?
She would benefit from a UV light for sure. And then if you have allergies, airborne, dust, particles, pet dander, all that, then let's look at an electronic air cleaner.
What about mold? People who have mold in their house, is that something y'all deal with, or is that?
There's a lot of great remediation companies in Chattanooga. We would help steer you to one of them. Then after they've gotten that treated and dealt with, then it's back to UV light, indoor air quality, making sure that that stuff doesn't get into your house.
Okay, I guess and again, maybe this is just an obvious thing that I'm realizing, but again, it was the fact that I didn't have to be the one to determine the problem. Y'all did. If I had gone with what I thought it was, I could have wasted my money.
Yeah.
Right.
Please let us come out. I love the conversations that at least get the ball rolling, but it's always beneficial that we come out. We do free estimates. A lot of people say, hey, I want a ballpark over the phone. Well, what if I told you the ballpark over the phone and I quoted the wrong thing? I said,
Right.
yeah, Julie, you're right, indoor air quality. Then it's, hey, Jake, it didn't solve it.
Right.
Now what?
Right.
So
Something
please
else
let us
too,
come out.
I'll throw this out there, and I think this is kind of customary now, but you get a text saying your technician's on the way with their picture and their name. You kind of know who's going to be at your front door. And then David gave us 3 different quotes for different options that we had of how we wanted to address it, and we could tackle one problem and then sequence it out if
Yep.
we want to. That was very helpful as well.
Good. We did our job.
You did your job. That's why it's called Happy Hiller. Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, whatever your particular household need is, they would love to help you with that free estimate, happyhiller.com. There's their phone number, 481-9180.
Thank you.